How's it going, guys? Mad Dog here with today's video on water defense. Now, there's a lot to cram into this one video, so I'm gonna have to do more than one. In this one, I wanna cover, well, I'll decide what I wanna cover when I'm commentating over the gameplay, because if I tell you now, that will ruin the surprise. So, with the season already, let's see, how long have we got left in the season? Here we have 66 days in the season. So, already it's getting pretty tight and we're only a third the way in. So you can see Kintu and you can see Sky and Helbrus. Anyways, I'm going to call them Helldog. Okay, so you see those three, they've already achieved legendary rank and they're very close to each other. You know, they're actually pretty evenly apart, but the one thing that we're forgetting here is they have reached legendary rank. Now, once you've actually gone up to a next rank, you are now in a you're competing for everyone in that rank. Now, I've been looking at a lot of lower ranking players. Now, I've seen some new players that are rank 11 at the moment that have a rating of over 9,000. Now, that's pretty unbelievable. That's huge. So, if those new players were to get into water defense and just grind that till they reach legendary, they've got a very good chance of making it into the top 10, if not number 1. So, moving on from that, first season's number 1, Black Sheep. He's currently running a rating of over 10,900 last time I saw. That was about 2-3 days ago, so can only go up, but his rank is not up to legendary yet. So I know Black Sheep has grinding skills. I mean, that guy can grind Pig Bang like no one else. Except maybe Risky Haduva, but he's a long gone dinosaur now. All the older players would know what I'm talking about. New players, I am sorry. So I'm gonna back out of this, and I backed out too far. So my beautiful Ramona girl, this is the current build which I am currently using. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to have some technical difficulties, so let's get back into it. So this is the current build which I'm using. I've had a lot of luck with that. I've actually swapped out the defensive banner for the Blink, and I've never looked back. The Blink is just, it's too good. I mean, I love Blink. Now, chips, that's what I really want to get into. Everyone can see the abilities, everyone can see the weapons, so the one thing everyone really wants to watch is the abilities. This is what you don't see when you're going head to head or at the end screen. This is what you don't see. I wish you could. So guys, if you're hearing me out there, devs, please, can we? Actually, I'm torn. I kind of do want to see them at the same time and dissect what they're doing. At the same time, I kind of like the mystery. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment below. I'm rambling on here. So guys, let's get into some gameplay. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm playing Bill. As Bill, that's me. Normally I choose Ramona, but you know what? I need to shake things up, and I also need to level up my characters. They're really low level ever since the latest chip update. Whoops. Move that down there. I don't want you guys missing out on any of the action. Now, just knowing this, I was actually looking at the opponent's build while they were there. There was a couple of them with invisibility. Now, invisibility I think is an absolute waste of an ability. 1, because you can't attack. 2, you can't receive heal. And if you use minions, they're going to follow you around and give away your position, which defeats the purpose in having it. As you see there, I pre-immuned before old Knifehead McGee over there could actually land a stun on me, and there goes my invisible opponent. If you just missed it before, he was on the screen in the top corner there, right where those sandbags are, just really quickly. Now he's giving away his position with the minions. See, a waste of space. Yeah, moving on from that there, guys, I'm wanting to take this top point. I really want this top point. One of my teammates is already taking down on the center point, so seems to be a bit of a fair fight so far. Their third player hasn't came out and popped his head out. Not too much anyway, well, I haven't seen it. So, moving on, last couple of hits. There's one of my teammates. Now, if you haven't noticed, you see that grey writing up the top, just underneath the time? That means that's an ally that's left. That's a player that is left. It's on your side, ally, obviously. So I'm working with a bot on my team, a very low level bot. So it's going to be even more fun. Now, rather than actually jumping in there with my knife, I should have ran in there with my heal ray. But hey, you know what? His life was pretty slow. Once again, guys, look, if you can multitask during your fight, like if you just saw just then, I was shooting, engaging while placing towers. If you can do that, it helps you out a lot. Now, it doesn't just apply to towers, it can also apply to your minions. But once again, you got to put in a lot of factors, which is, you know, right time to do it. Do I have enough cash to do it? And actually, that's about it, man. Right time. It's all about your timing and placement, guys. Simple as that. Also, think about your cash. You don't want to drop towers as they're busting out an ultimate, because that's just a waste of cash. So, moving on there, taking away that bottom water point off those guys because they just left it completely unguarded. Now, I was actually going to lose in that engagement there because I wanted to heal my boy. So I had to pull the pin and try and at least get as much economy out of my life as possible. There he is, dying into my towers. Nice. Good real estate, bro. What's Bill without a jetpack? I really wanted to see how far he can actually go on a jetpack. So from starting point to where he is now, he can travel right up into the front of the bridge. It would have been nice if he could have made it over, but hey, you know what? People in hell want ice water. So we've just taken all 3 water points, and the bot has just ran into the enemy base, dropping water. That is what's known as feeding opponents water. Now, you don't want to do that, particularly when you have a lead, because the water that you do drop will be huge. There will be a lot of water that they'll pick up, and you know what, push comes to shove, you could be winning heavily and you could just be playing cocky and arrogant like that, and it can be turned around just as quick. Now, I need to back up my boy. You need to be there for the team, guys. I mean, really you do. Even if it's a 1v1, if you don't need to be in your spot, help them out. I see a lot of new players drop down towers and just stay in their base the whole time. Now, oh man, that's what's known as a base pig. No one likes a base pig. Now, there's enough towers and allies to actually support my guy there. I got Caleb, the scribe. Look, I'm just calling him Caleb, just, it's easier. I can't pronounce his name properly, so I'll just make up a bunch of names. So, bam, game over. In all honesty, I feel as though I didn't get really good economy off my ultimate there, but I've also noticed with myself is I optimize over my ultimate ability. I'll think, nah, I need to wait until there's one more enemy, and bugger. Little did I realize that I could have already had 2 ultimates by now rather than just sitting on 1. Now, here I am again, guys. Bam, absolutely wasting cash just as he dropped his ultimate, dropping a tower down. Very silly move by me, very silly. But you know what? Dying, I don't want them to pick up that water, so fuck it. I'm gonna drop a tower right next to it. I mean, if you can do that mid-game, or man, it does help out a lot. I mean, it really does. Little things like that do. There's my gun tower doing some work there, and where on earth is that minion going? Makes me think that there was an invisible guy there. I want to speed up there as quick as I could, and look at that, bam, dead right in my tower. Once again, my invisibility is useless. Sorry guys, I'm going to drop it by dissing invincibility. Okay, I'm not going to talk about invisibility anymore and how useless it is, and I despise anyone that uses it. So moving on. So guys, here we are there, trucking away in that center water point, bam, dropping water. Thanks, guest. Moving on, so tapping all the bases. So as you see on that mini map there, you saw the enemy approaching us on the top water point. So first thing to do is preempt it, man. Get there as quick as possible. And if you can, maybe even use the Vision consumable, guys. When it comes down to your gameplay, and really use what's best for you, but in my personal opinion, Vision and Trap are possibly the best ones for it. Now, bam, guys. Simple as that. So there you have it, guys. Just a bit of water defense gameplay. I hope it helped out a bit in any kind of tips. I've just been commenting over a lot of gameplay. I haven't actually stood there and gone through basics and really went in depth there. If you guys really want to see that kind of stuff, I can set up a whiteboard, draw out a map, and go through these kind of things individually. But if you want to see that, leave a comment down below. If you like what you saw, hit the sub, hit the like, do what you got to do. The regular YouTuber type of shit. Yeah, also before I go, just showing off the Teslas again, guys. And that is Bill. Have a good one, guys. See ya.